direction of Democratic Governor Newsom.
Next up, let's talk club meeting.
On Tuesday, girls volleyball faced off against Dublin.
Tomorrow, wear your favorite jersey. On Wednesday,
schedule for Wednesday, August 25th has been changed to be virtual.
Good morning, Pioneers. Today is Friday, February 25th. I'm Alan D.
And I'm Ashmita Yilari, and this is your Orange Juice. Let's start with international news. In the televised speech at 5:50 a.m. Thursday Moscow time, Putin announced a military operation in Ukraine's eastern region. This area is home to many Russian-speaking Ukrainians. Part of it have been occupied and run by Russian-backed rebels since 2014. He urged Ukrainian soldiers in the combat zone to lay down their weapons and go home, but said clashes were inevitable and only a question of time. Yesterday was filled with reports of bombing in the Ukrainian capital of Kiev, with Ukrainian forces fighting back fiercely.
As tensions between Russia and Ukraine continue to rise, it's important for us to address what this means for the rest of the world. The United Nations, and specifically the United States military involvement, is unclear at this point. Much of social media is claiming that there will be a draft here in the United States. This is false. In 1973, the mandatory conscription was eliminated, and while the government could vote to bring it back, this is highly, highly unlikely. Since 1917, men ages 18 to 25 have been required to sign up for the Selective Service, which is an agency that requires men to register for possible service.
Selective service is only used in a draft situation if the country is in a state of emergency. Basically, you will not receive any phone calls requiring you to go in duty anytime soon, unless you choose to enlist or you're a reservist.
What does this mean for women? In 2015, Congress lifted all restrictions to women serving in any field of military service. However, women do not need to register for the Selective Service.
As we focus our attention back to the draft, it's important to mention something called the IRR, the Individual Ready Reserves. They are trained soldiers who may be called upon, if needed, to replace soldiers in active duty and Army Reserve units. The IRR consists of individuals who are preservedly reserved in the active Army of Select Reserve. We will have more information for you guys on the Juice early next week as we talk to Mr. Mathis and Mr. Haynes.
The annual Black History Month student performance has been rescheduled for Monday. We will run on a home-based schedule then, but we'll go directly from second to third period. Students with late arrival should plan accordingly. The Olentangy United Nations had their summit over the weekend. Here's Keegan Richards with more.
Hey, I'm Keegan Richards, and I'm here at Model UN's summit, and I talked to General Assembly staff to learn more about the club.
Hi, my name is Josh Lane. I'm the Secretary General of Olentangy United Nations.
And I'm Luke Porter. I'm the Assistant Secretary General.
And we're going to talk to you a little bit about what Model UN is. We're a program in the district, and we focus on global citizenship and the idea of global activism. Our program centers around the idea of individuals forming a group in a country. They find a problem and research a resolution, and Luke can talk a little bit about the debate process and stuff like that.
Yeah, so once you form that resolution, that's going to all culminate in an end-of-the-year summit, which we're at right now. It's a lot of fun. And at that summit, you're going to present your resolution, and then other nations, which are the other groups, have a chance to debate on that resolution and say whether or not they think that resolution should pass. And then at the end, there will be a vote on that resolution.
My name is Luke Willard. I'm the General Assembly President for Olentangy UN.
My name is Neil Hurts, and I'm the General Assembly Vice President.
So behind us, we have our brand new crisis event, which we're doing for the first time this year. So basically, we supply students with a prompt that basically is like a real-life crisis scenario. And so we put them with random students from other schools, and we give them a random country. And so they basically have to do research and create a solution within only a few hours.
We also just finished running our trivia competition where 350 delegates answered different questions about world history, geography, and pop culture to see who the smartest group was.
That's all I have for you today. Pioneers, back to the desk.
Thanks, Keegan. OOHS will be offering the ACT next Wednesday, March 2nd, to all juniors. This will be a virtual day for all other grades. As news unfolds from the tragedy on the Rust set, Brady brings us more on Alex Baldwin.
Recently, a lawsuit was filed against Alec Baldwin for his connection in the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of Rust. The lawsuit was announced on February 15th at a press conference held by the attorney of Helena's widower, Matt Hutchins. The family has taken action to file a wrongful death lawsuit against Baldwin, claiming that he, quote, refused training for the type of cross-draw he was performing, end quote. The incident took place last October when Baldwin and crew were filming a scene. During the scene, a prop gun mistakenly fired and fatally killed Helena Hutchins. Hutchins was airlifted to the University of New Mexico Hospital, where she was pronounced dead shortly after. After the lawsuit was announced, Baldwin's attorney went on to say that the claims being made were, quote, entirely false, end quote. Other members named in the lawsuit include Assistant Director Dave Halls, Armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, and Prop Master Zara Zachary. With it being too early to see whether the lawsuit will come to court or will it be settled, the public will have to wait over the next several months for updates to come out. Now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Dylan. For the graduating class of 2022, Pop Arts will award a $500 one-time scholarships to a select few performing arts. Well, that's all we have for you today, Pioneers. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at OOHS Juice. Tune into our live radio station, WPLP The Pulp, on the free Mixler app. And for the Juice, I'm Alan D.
I'm Ashmitha Hillary. Remember to stay juicy, Pioneers, and please stand for your pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.